How are things going for everyone? Greetings from the Crypto Zones channel again. We'll be discussing all things XRP here, including what's going on with it and, of course, what we can anticipate as Saturday approaches. The day of a Friday is obviously not ended yet. I hope everyone is enjoying their Friday wherever they are in the world and is looking forward to the weekend. Even if there has been some excitement in the cryptocurrency markets over the past hour, overall we are still down a significant amount for the past day, as we can see, because the market as a whole is down. And if you regularly watch the channel, you are probably aware of the current state of affairs with the price of XRP at $2.14. Since yesterday, there has been a slight increase in its value, but it is still down 2.2% in USD and 2.2% in BTC, with a comparable worth of $126 billion, 0 cents. Additionally, the 24-hour trade volume is an incredible $4 billion, 0 cents. Although, just a brief disclaimer before we continue, as usual, this channel does not offer financial advice. Always conduct your own research and due diligence before making a cryptocurrency investment. Coinbase predicts that the cryptocurrency market will continue to grow and reach new highs until 2025, but it also warns of systematic danger from leveraged corporate bets. So fascinating. Therefore, a lot of people are anticipating what will happen in the second half of the year. Right. I mean, that many analysts continue to project that the cryptocurrency market will have a nice boom into the second half of the year, and I myself am projecting that as well. There have been indications of such. In terms of Bitcoin, we were on the brink of hitting a new all-time high just a week and a half ago. However, we do need to know where this money is coming from at the moment. This is not retail, rather it is large corporations and organizations who are rushing to get their hands on Bitcoin, the new digital asset that is in such high demand. That is a factor we must consider, but if you see the dominance waning, I believe retail will really start to take off. I believe that retail is already priced out. Retail is priced out of Bitcoin, despite popular belief. It doesn't really matter. Retail interest in Bitcoin is no longer there because, as I mentioned earlier, the big players are driving this at this point. There are very few retail investors. Instead, the big players are entering the market. In a similar vein, many digital assets, the big like utility projects like Ripple, and I believe that they will follow the Bitcoin trend, in which we will see them being priced out as well. Although it may not be evident to you at the moment, this will undoubtedly occur when blockchain technology becomes more widely accepted. Look at this. In the start of 1700, NDAs, Riz, XRP, institutional FOMO received a shout out. As far as we are aware, Ripple has signed 1700 NDAs. Is this the beginning of us receiving some sort of response? Given what those actual NDAs are and the fact that things are starting to become clearer, are these businesses or the signed NDAs finally able to make these announcements? Trident has 500 million, WebBest has 300 million, and you can start an XRP reserve. I apologize, but you are witnessing significant developments for XRPM, the native token, together with Vivo, Power, Logistics, Hyperscale, Workstop, Worksport, BCB Bud, and Digital.com. And going forward, you can tell if cryptocurrency has finally made it to the mainstream when the biggest stores in the world are thinking about creating their own stablecoin. CoinDesk reports highlighted a significant week for stablecoins in the wild in Congress in this manner. You see Amazon and Walmart are considering introducing their own stable currency. Are we taken aback? Not at all. Observe this passing. By 2028, the USD stablecoin market might have grown from $250 billion, 0 cents, to over $2 trillion, 0 cents, thanks to the stablecoin Bill Genius Act. And because RLUSD includes the regulatory compliance component, it has the potential to take a sizable portion of that pie. Therefore, when it comes to larger organizations or even exchanges, they want to clearly use a coin that complies with regulations instead of ones that don't. Naturally, this is important stuff, and it helps us understand why Genius Act is so significant and groundbreaking for the cryptocurrency industry. And now consider this. I apologize, but what if hundreds of institutions were doing the same thing as the ones in the photo below? Imagine them holding billions of dollars worth of XRP directly. It's not just about the payment volumes. It's about large institutional holdings of XRP. You're not prepared, and I wholeheartedly concur. Thus, there are already some indications that it is actually happening for us, right in front of us. Reserves are being filed for people, I apologize. And these organizations are raising money to really purchase XRP, which demonstrates where this is truly going. Just think of Wall Street when the XRP ETF launches. For these larger players to join, it will just become even more accessible. And this is where you know that a significant price hike may actually take effect. This is the point at which all of the speculators enter the discussion. Because we consider the possible inflows of millions, sometimes even billions of dollars into some of these ETFs, like as Ethereum and Bitcoin, over the course of a week, imagine then that XRP joins the mix. In my opinion, XRP will surpass Ethereum ETF inflows. Again, I'm quite certain of that. But that's just my personal view. All I'm relying on is the buzz element that we're already witnessing. Therefore, it goes without saying that I believe XRP will get more attention than ever before since it will receive that ETF. Of course, when it comes to the price factor, circulating supply must also be taken into account, but people will be more inclined to purchase the ETF. I apologize, the ETF than the ETFB, because that latter is already too expensive. We'll see what transpires. Take a look at the founder of Stronghold, Tammy Cap. Demonstrates during a panel held by Amazon Web Services how Ripple and Stellar can be smoothly integrated into applications. Therefore, if you're unsure of what to do if these large entities aren't already diving in, you might want to reconsider whether they're diving in or not. They have been around for a while. If you look at VeChain, you'll see that it uses blockchain technology and is utilized by Amazon Web Services, as well as other larger companies like H&M, BMW, Walmart, and China. These guys aren't simply joining the blockchain space today. They're already experimenting with it before you even know it. They've been going all in, but now that regulations and clarity are coming to the crypto industry, I believe that the North American subsidiaries will be more inclined to enter the blockchain space. But now, take a look, the likelihood of an interest rate drop at the June FOMC meeting is currently 0%. It is noteworthy that the market is instead indicating that there is a very, very, very slim possibility of a rate hike. Please let me know in the comment section below. I was hoping for some excitement for the cryptocurrency space if there is a rate cut. However, if there isn't one, I think we will essentially remain sideways, but we'll wait and see. As for the supremacy of Bitcoin, it stands at 64.75% at the moment. You know, it's still going very high. You see, we're clearly about to retest the annual highs that we set for ourselves once more. In fact, let's look at Bitcoin right now. If you're limited, actually, I believe it is on this. Yes, in this case, the price of Bitcoin is $105,600. Since at $106,800, we are getting close to that crucial resistance level. To be honest, we're back to where we want to be if we can establish our claim back over this. However, it is obviously not the case at the moment. For my part, I would really like to see that resistance reclaimed. I believe that things could start to heat up if it can accomplish that. Naturally, XRP has increased since our last post, but it is still clearly down significantly from where we were before this retreat. To put this into perspective, we still need to make a move of roughly 9% to return to our previous position. However, as I told you guys yesterday, it's holding up far better than the overall market, and you can see that right now. You can't overlook the fact that we're still in the 38.2. Please share your thoughts with me below. Peace out, and we'll see you in CryptoZing later.